grandfather. The wounds our family has suffered perhaps shall never truly heal, but you've at least tried to take some of the initial steps. So here, this is for you.
Oh, what a precious bottle. Thank you, granddaughter. Nectar from Olympus. But it does look rather good. The custom now is to provide some sort of gift in kind, is that not so? And here, if you please.
What an unusual device, and made of gold. Thank you. Grandfather, Nemesis mentioned that she may have encountered you in Tartarus. How did that go?
Oh, very well indeed. I had presumed that only you would have capacity to face unwanted traces of myself, but as it happens, so can Nemesis, and she is very strong.
So she was serious. She confronted one of those traces with your aid and was able to prevail. What, did she hack him to bits with the Stygian blade?
Well, I prefer not to describe the details, but she used effective means. This must be possible only because she was so near your path before.
She truly did it.
Is it all right if I occasionally meet you thus, granddaughter? I know our prior conversations here in Erebus were fraught, but I would dearly like to start anew.
I'll have to learn not to attack you here on sight, but let's give it a shot. What is it about this place that's so special?
Well, it is rather sentimental, but this is where you and I first met. In our time. Now that my memories are all mixed up, it is a moment which I realize I cherish.
It must feel strange to have known of me before I was even born. In any case, I'll see you when I'm closer to our goal.
I shall be looking forward to it. Why, this is very generous of you. The House of Hades had a relatively small supply of this. But in my rancor, I had it all smashed up. This bottle I'll be careful to preserve.
Please, keep it, knowing nectar is also to be savored. As for those other bottles, their contents would have soaked into the earth, so perhaps the house is a bit brighter now. Grandfather, what of the three fates? You truly sent them into exile without knowing where they went.
Well, yes. Another terrible mistake I dearly wish to rectify. I'm attempting to locate them in the depths of possibility, except they could be almost anywhere in there.
There must be something we can do. Are they in any danger? And don't you fear reprisal if we ever find them?
I must admit I do fear somewhat more for me than them, but my attempts to resist the workings of the fates have never been successful in the past. Should they return, I shall accept whatsoever they may have in store.
We'll figure something out.
This bottle's golden hue. I cannot imagine a more beauteous color, truly. I did not realize Olympus delighted in gold the way I do. Although you seem to prefer silver, granddaughter.
I always have. We work under the moon and stars. The sheen of silver reminds me of them. But gold now reminds me of Apollo, I suppose, and he is quite approachable, in case you haven't met.
Apollo, the musician. He seemed a talented young lad.
These are the possibilities of you whom I face. It's strange to speak with them as though none of this occurred.
Oh, very much so, yes. However, that is the reason they are possibilities and nothing more. Thus you may humor them before proceeding with the quite unpleasant bit.
And it doesn't trouble you to be involved. Personally eliminating something that looks just like you. That is you.
But I am me. For are we not the sum of our experiences, granddaughter? To reject one's stubborn old thoughts and ways, it can be quite invigorating. So let us carry on. partook of the nectar which you previously gave to me, and my, such a wondrous flavor. And so I thought, I've not yet rightly earned such privileges from you.
It's not a privilege. It's a simple gift. It's not even the fancy stuff. You'll have to try Ambrosia sometime, especially since you enjoy a nice golden hue.
Ambrosia, yes. Perhaps at some point I shall have opportunity to share in it along with this family. But that I know shall take considerable time. No more for now, please, granddaughter. Not while so much is left undone.
Some other time, then. Have you made contact with Prometheus after everything that's happened with us? He and I never really got along, though I started to sense he wasn't really on your side.
He is intelligent, that one. Perhaps even too much for his own good. I regret that you were forced to come to blows, but he and I are no longer in touch. To keep conditions closer to the way they were.
He has navigated this situation rather carefully for all the trouble he's caused the gods. I suppose that all makes sense if he truly could anticipate every outcome.
That sounds like the Prometheus I know. Down in Oceanos, it is possible you may encounter remnants of my spell, which casts you to a vision out of time. I've not yet found the means to stop that one.
You have no control over your own magic. I wondered whether that was you or one of your less agreeable selves.
I cannot rightly deny your responsibility, but it is one of those, yes. And your susceptibility, why, perhaps it is some connection which we share, resistances and sensitivities.
How did you reawaken Typhon, Grandfather? I always wondered about that, and to have caught the Olympians by surprise with such a monstrous being.
Oh, I would rather not discuss such bitter memories, but that monster's reawakening was in some ways akin to mine when Zacharias found me. On a much larger scale, of course.
I see, and I won't press you on it, but this may be strange to ask, though did you and Typhon know each other well?
He was the father of all monsters, showing no concern for his own brood, much less others. He was a means to an end. We were using each other, one could say.
I understand. That's all.
Very well. You have there the timepiece which I gave to you. I thought you would sooner cast it into the lowest depths. The ever-turning clockwork is quite fascinating, is it not?
It is unusual. Is this something that Master Daedalus originally made? To have fitted all these little wheels together so that they could move in perfect harmony.
The mechanisms governing the ever-shifting chambers of Tartarus were a source of inspiration, certainly. This sense of perfect harmony which you describe, perhaps it can only be achieved in such a form, but it can be achieved.
I suppose I agree.
You have my children's blessings even now. I'm relieved they are still offering their aid, considering the crisis I created and the harm I brought upon their home.
It seems we're all committed to setting this right, such as we can. The Olympians are no strangers to occasional fights anyhow, although perhaps not quite as bad as this last one.
Yes, well, if we are to exist in this small world together for eternity, we have incentive to alleviate the misery which we ourselves create. I thank you all for the support.